No, she is 18, right? Everyone is 18 in this.
I don't think so, but alright.
Lolicon alarm!
Hello and welcome back to this episode of Hanashi Round.
With a drop or not special episode for Gleipnir.
Which is going to be great.
This episode is great. Absolutely.
Today we're going to mix the things a little bit up. We're going to jump right into our analysis based on our little scoreboard. So first we're going to talk about the originality.
In terms of originality, I think it tries something, it tries to be something, but it's very similar to many other death game anime, and I think the similarities is what ultimately hinders it. We have similar characters to others we've seen before. I enjoy it. It's a fun thing. Like it's a really cool anime, but in terms of originality, it could be better. So it's just a 6 for me.
All right, originality. I think it's a tough one. Like you said, it feels like a lot of shows we've seen before, especially Mirai Nikki kind of reminds me of it, but it's not a copy paste of it. I think it's the overall thing is very, very similar, and all the characters, or like the main characters, the main boy and the main girl, are very similar on the surface level, but are very different behind the surface.
That is very true.
So that's why I think it's pretty. I mean, like it's not revolutionary from what it is. It's just a death battle kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
But from what it's doing and how the characters are portrayed, and like the uniqueness of the characters, like the spin they give it, like this is I give it a 7 on originality.
Right. Actually, considering the characters, that they, well, at least the girl has a very interesting character, very interesting arc. So maybe, I'd go up to a 7 too.
So now the spoilery story section. Story is interesting, kind of, I don't know. The dude has some kind of curse that lets him transform into a stuffed kind of mascot animal costume thing. Which I first thought was very, very stupid as a design choice. But
absolutely
makes total sense when we think about how it's used in the story, that she is like going inside of him and kind of controlling, or they both kind of sharing this thing.
Yeah, he is basically the vessel, and for whatever her is, he is just the brawn, she is the brain behind the whole thing, and it's how they become such a dynamic duo. It's kind of cool, and I don't know if seen before that many times.
It's kind of like a mech.
Yeah, he's kind of like a mecha. It reminded me in that sense of Attack on Titan, how some of the humans can transform into the...
Is that a spoiler? For me it is, because I've never seen Attack on Titan. So
okay, then take it all back. I'm very sorry. In terms of story, it's coherent. It works together so far. I'm not like, what the fuck is going on, or that didn't make any sense. It fits together, so a solid 7 for me.
So yeah, they formed this little team to find out what's behind all this. Why is he turning into a monster? She apparently knows something, and then we learn that her sister is turning into a monster too and killed her parents, or their parents, and that's why she's kind of on a rampage. And this is my kind of comparison. She's like, if we compare it to Mirai Nikki, she's very much like from Mirai Nikki, but not. Like she has this yandere kind of character
on the surface.
But not behind that. That's what I mean, like the twist. Like everyone who likes a yandere character probably likes her as well, but she isn't one.
She isn't one. She is very cool in that sense. She is very original. She is the most original thing in this whole
show.
Anime, in this show. And she's very cool. I like her psychological profile, that she is depressed because of her backstory, or suicidal, not depressed, but suicidal, and has basically said, well, world doesn't matter anymore, I can die, so what? Or it's why she's able to easily kill other people, it's why she's able to easily go forward and not have too much remorse or back thought on the things she is doing. Yeah, which makes her surprisingly likable for a yandere, in a more personal sense. It's not just, haha, yandere, cool, I like that the cliche type is there and that she is killing people and is violent and brutal, but also there is reasoning behind it. She is not just a sadist. I like her sadistic streak, it's kind of sexy, but it's not just that, there's so much more to it all. Right. Hopefully, so far there was.
Right, and to just get to quickly talk about the ecchi stuff, I feel like it's pretty fitting. It fits just, it's not in your face, it just flows pretty organically with the show. And
see what you did there?
the only thing I really find very disgusting at first was, like, I think I still find it disgusting, is when she's like going inside him or like opening it up and it's like all
fleshy.
Yeah, that's.
I think
it's not that graphic, but I just.
To me, I feel like someone had an absolute vor fetish and put it into anime form and put it into a story that can become a fighting shonen-like anime with this. So they have their fetish, and of course the whole puns with "I'm going now inside you, please be careful," slowly, and ooh, it's so squishy and warm and wet, and there is, but the ecchi is fitting. It's also a humor that makes the harder topics more lighthearted.
I'm pretty looking forward to where the story with the alien. I think at this point I think the story is at least half legit, that he is an alien. I mean, like, he shapeshifted in front of her, that gave him some credit.
yeah, he's not normal.
Yeah, right. So yeah, the story is kind of interesting as well, not just a stupid death game like last season's. I forgot the name of what it was. Here's the poster, this one. So story-wise, I give this one, I give it a 6. Story is 6. It's just not unique. It's not just unique enough.
Fair enough. Animations. The animations are great. It looks cool. I love it.
Yeah. It's really, like, they're trying to make the focus of the show is more on the fighting and the action than character and depth of the character.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that they can pull it off. Like, the studio does a good job.
The characters look cool. The main girl, she looks... wow, damn hot. No, she is 18, right? Everyone is 18 in this.
I don't think so. But alright.
Lolicon alarm! Anyway, the animations are cool. The characters look pretty sweet. The creatures, I had to get used to it, but it makes sense now, as you said before. So, for me, in terms of animation, etc., I'll even give it a 9.
Yeah, I think so too. The animation just is very solid. I hope they can keep the level up, especially with Corona and stuff, and other studios are suffering. So I'm hoping that they keep it running. And
the only reason I don't give it a 10 in this case, it's not gory enough. Like, for this show, it should be even gorier and more violent, in my opinion.
I think everything can be better. For me, Ufotable or Ufotable, whatever you want to call it, the Fate studio, that's my gold standard, kind of, and I think that's not there. They are a 10 for me, and this is, I agree with a 9. I give it a 9 as well.
Fun. I enjoy watching it. I really enjoy every episode, every week. I'm looking forward to it. It's a nice thing to just have on and observe. It's nothing to think too hard about, but in this case, it's cool. I'm looking forward to give it a rerun once every episode is out and I can binge watch through it, which might make it more fluent and easier, not as interrupted. Yeah, it's an 8. 8?
Reconsidering?
Nah, it's an 8. It's a weak 8, but it's an 8.
Okay. Fun. How much fun is it? There are a lot of shows. This season is pretty pretty balanced, but there are sometimes shows that you like, oh no, there's a new episode out, and you don't really want to watch it. This is the exact opposite. I like, okay, this is nice. I'm interested in where it's going. The animation, everything, just the package is there, and I'm really like it. So I give it even a 9 for fun.
Nice.
So overall, it's a tough one, I guess. I feel like we're now adding, what is it? Decimals into our overall rating, because that's more fair, I feel like. So I'm giving it a groundbreaking 7.7.
7.7. Nice. Well, for me, personally, it's difficult. It's really difficult. You're right.
Yeah.
For this one, it's so back and forth. It has its really good points and then some very weak points as well. For example, the main character is
Pretty
too bland.
Yeah.
He is a typical harem MC in that sense that he is. There's no ambition to him, and I don't enjoy that very much. I like very proactive characters. That's why I like the girl so much. But him, he's. In any case, without further ado, I'll give it a 7.9.
But what did you guys think? How much points would you give it? Rate it in the comments, or don't.
Yeah, well, just tell us what you thought.
Right.
Maybe it sucked to you. Maybe it was really great. Maybe you have an extreme vor fetish. Not a hard vor fetish, but a vor fetish, and it was totally your thing and made you very happy.
Right. Tell us, like or dislike.
Subscribe.
And ring the bell.
Ding ding.